Richard, or Dick Grayson, and his parents were acrobats known as the Flying Graysons, who were famous for performing without a net. During a performance, the trapeze was sabotaged by a gangster, Tony Zuko. Dick watched his parents fall to their deaths. It just so happened that billionaire playboy, definitely not Batman, Bruce Wayne was in the crowd that day and took Grayson in as a ward. Eventually, Bruce revealed his identity as Batman to Dick and trained him to be his sidekick in order to help Dick get vengeance for his parents. Dick took on the mantle Robin, a nickname given to him by his mother. After Batman and Dick had a falling out, Dick left Robin behind, going on to become Nightwing. Bruce missed his sidekick, so when he caught Jason Todd trying to steal tires from the freaking Batmobile, he decided to take him in and train him as the new Robin. During his time as Robin, Jason tracked his birth mother overseas and went to find her. Unfortunately for Jason, it turned out to be a trap by the Joker, who then proceeded to kidnap, torture, and eventually kill Jason via explosion. Jason was later resurrected in a Lazarus pit by Ra's al Ghul. He would become the Red Hood, a crime boss turned murderous vigilante turned not murderous vigilante turned fake crime lord who was actually a good guy. Actually, let's not get into all that. After the death of Jason Todd, Batman's already famously bad mental health got worse. There was even a support group for henchmen that had been permanently injured by Batman during this period. Tim Drake, local rich kid with neglectful parents, would search for and take pictures of Batman and Robin when they were out on patrols. It also happened that Tim Drake had been at the Flying Graysons' last performance. He was able to connect a quadruple somersault performed by Dick Grayson in the circus to also being done by Robin during Dick's time as Robin. As he figured this out, the connection to Bruce Wayne was obvious. Tim believed that Batman needed a Robin for his own sanity. After failing to convince Dick to go back to being Robin, Tim demanded to be given the role himself. Eventually, Batman relented, realizing the potential Tim had as a detective and as Robin. Stephanie Brown was the daughter of an addict and a supervillain. After she discovered that her father was a B-tier Riddler knockoff known as the Clue Master, Stephanie became a homemade superhero known as the Spoiler, who went out to spoil her dad's plans. Stephanie, being unexperienced and completely self-taught, ended up improvising herself through many life-threatening situations. Her recklessness caught the attention of Batman and Robin, Tim Drake. They told her to stop going out as Spoiler. Stephanie, being the stubborn Gotham girl that she is, did not listen and even started dating Robin, though she didn't know his true identity at the time. Anyways, a lot of things happen before she ever becomes Robin, including teen pregnancy, an earthquake, continuously being told to quit by Batman, some actual training, and so on. Fast forwarding a bit, when Tim's parents found out about his activity as Robin, they made him stop and moved away from Gotham. Stephanie then sewed herself a costume and walked into the Batcave, declaring herself the new Robin. And reluctantly allowed her to be his sidekick under the circumstances that the moment she disobeyed an order, she would be fired. During a mission, Stephanie was told to stay in the Batplane while Batman went to fight the bad guy. First, Stephanie listened, but when Batman was in trouble, she ignored the order and went to help. Unfortunately for Steph, Batman fired despite her saving his life. Batman told her that she wasn't cut out for this and that he gave her a fair shot, which is a lie, but okay. Tim Drake became Robin again, but Stephanie's story isn't over yet. In an attempt to prove herself, she stole an elaborate plan from the Batcomputer. What she didn't know was that the plan was to create a power vacuum in Gotham City's underworld and relied heavily on the presence of Matches Malone, who turned out to be Batman's alter ego when undercover. She's tortured for information about Batman, but she doesn't break. By the time Batman finds and rescues her, it's too late. Stephanie dies in the hospital. But as we know, this is comic books, and no one ever really dies. It turns out that Dr. Leslie Tompkins faked Stephanie's death for her own safety and brought her to Africa. When she returns to Gotham, she gets a second chance to be a hero, becoming the third Batgirl. Stephanie is the only person to ever have been both Robin and Batgirl. Damian Wayne is the son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul. He was raised by his mother and grandfather, Ra's al Ghul, and was trained as an assassin from birth without Bruce even knowing of his existence. Damian was 10 years old. Talia brought him to Bruce and left him in his custody as an attempt to disrupt Batman's work. Damian wanted to become Robin and fight alongside his father, but Tim Drake was still Robin at the time, so naturally, Damian beat the crap out of him. Damian had the chance to kill Tim, his rival, but didn't do it. Yay? After Batman is killed, Dick Grayson becomes the new Batman and decides to take Damian as his Robin. Tim becomes Red Robin, and also depressed. After Bruce's return, because no one is ever dead forever in comics, Damian remains as his Robin and finally gets to fight crime alongside his father. During his time as Robin, Damian adopted many animals, including Bat Cow. Damian is currently still Robin and even has his own comic series currently being released.